Hi, and thank you for joining me again. This is Richard from English for Positive Change. Today, I wanted to give English teachers around the world a message, a reminder of how important you are to so many people. It's very easy for us to forget the impact that we have on other people's lives. We turn up, we're very consumed. Myself, I'm guilty, consumed in the day-to-day of I've got to get my lessons together. There's so much to think about. You're on the spot. It's one of those jobs where you're always under the watchful eye of your students. There's nowhere to hide, right? So much to think about, but I wanted to share with you something that made me stop and think, stopped me in my tracks really, and made me stop and think about putting this message together to remind English teachers, to remind you wherever you are about the value that you have in the lives of your students. Okay. I know that English language teaching does not have, is not the most respected profession particularly in some cultures and some countries, and it's not like a regulated industry, and it can be very tough, and it can be very difficult to, I can understand how teachers can feel demotivated and undervalued. Well, English for Positive Change is about changing that and helping you to change your mindset through my professional development courses, which you can find on my website, englishforpositivechange.com. It's all about empowering teachers and to help you to realize the amazing work that you do, the lives that you impact, and to empower you in whatever way however that inspires you, whether that's to put your prices up for your classes because you know your worth, whether it's to go and start your own business, or whether it's to start teaching and being a different way in the class. So I just want to share with you something that I got in the post yesterday. Here it is. So it's a picture of this guy. I just got this in the post, those kind of, you get a load of junk mail and stuff. And well, I opened it up for once, and there's a picture of this guy, and I was like, who's this? It looks really kind, really friendly. And if you can see here, I live in Spain, and this is a charity. It's called Médicos Sin Fronteras. Okay, Doctors Without Borders. And this is a charity that when they stop you in the street and anyway, you end up making a donation. I've been donating to Médicos Sin Fronteras, but I didn't realize for how long. I got this message, this kind of like thank you card that says, thank you, Richard, you've been collaborating with us now for 10 years. That's crazy. So I've only been in Spain 11 years. So my second year here, I started collaborating with Médicos Sin Fronteras. All right, what's this got to do with English teachers? Well, this guy, his name is Pascual, and he works as a doctor, a pediatrician for Médicos Sin Fronteras. And this is a little letter to me to say thank you for my contribution. So all I do is, I have a standing order, and about 10 euros goes out of my bank account every month. I didn't realize it had been for 10 years. So that's quite a lot of money, I guess. But the point is, it's a thank you card, and it's saying, for the last 10 years, here are some of the projects that you've helped us with. and helping to save thousands of lives, like in Kenya in 2011, when we offered nutrition and health support to thousands of boys and girls in Dabad, one of the biggest refugee camps in the world. And then in Yemen, more recently in the hospital, where for 6 months we were attending victims of war and people who've been displaced by war. And what about in Niger in 2012, when we treated more than 70,000 under fives who had serious malnutrition? And I don't normally open this stuff, and that makes me feel bad, but I guess what I'm saying is, so it came from my heart to donate, okay? But I never really was conscious of the effect of my donation, the impact that my donation was having on the lives around, on people's lives. And it was only thanks to this reminder that, yeah, it's made me stop and think. And it made me think about English teachers and teachers in general, okay? But as an English teacher, I would encourage you to stop and reflect on all of the lives that you have impacted on. You know, imagine how many students have come through your class, your school, your academy, your courses. How many students do you think you've taught? And where do you think they are now? What is the difference that you've made in their lives? What transformation have you helped them to achieve in their life by helping them with learning the language, overcoming psychological obstacles to learn a language, growing in confidence? Imagine the opportunities that you've helped your students to open up for themselves, whether they've gone on to study in university, perhaps to become a doctor, perhaps to become somebody who created their own business, which goes on to help other people. The interpreters who are working in law courts, helping to solve major problems in society. Imagine the impact that your English language teaching has had on the wider community. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but if you're feeling undervalued, or you're feeling that you're not making a difference, you know, and you're always consumed by the planning and the mechanics of what you're doing, then I would encourage you to take a moment and just reflect on how positively you are changing the lives of your students. And on that note, you know, I truly believe that English language teachers can make an even bigger difference using the platform of being a teacher in a class to make an even bigger difference on the lives of their students. And that's why I've created a number of professional development courses which focus on just that, on empowering your students even more beyond only English, and also to teaching them life skills, life competencies, for them to get more in touch with who they really are, what they really want to do, who they really want to be in their lives. And you can find those courses in the links below, englishforpositivechange.com, helping teachers to grow in confidence, to be outstanding practitioners, but also to make an even bigger difference in the lives of their students. If that's interesting to you, please check out those courses. And in the comments below, do you know where your students have ended up? Have you thought about the impact that you're making on the lives of your students? If not, is it time? And what will you do about it today? Okay, thanks once again, and keep loving teaching. Bye.